All right, I'm here to contrast Martin Bieber's I it and I thou relationships. All right, so basically, an I it and an I thou relationship. An I it is basically when you're treating people kind of how they're a means to an end. You're kind of treating them kind of like a cognitive miser would. Basically, you're taking your first assumption and going and just, using all your pieces how you need to. Um, and for an I thou relationship, it's a lot rarer. It's something that's only granted by grace and or will, actually both combined. Will basically meaning that you have to really want this relationship. It's not going to work without that. And grace meaning it kind of needs to be granted. Um, Buber is talking about in a religious way, but I would maybe say that this could happen. It's just, I would describe it as the spark. Sometimes you sit across from someone that you might want to date, and either a spark happens or it doesn't. And maybe it happens for one of you, but either there's the spark there and you like them, or the spark is not there and you're going to be treating them like an I it. Um, Basically, these are similar because they are both necessary. We need to be able to use both these. We can't treat every single person as an I thou, or we'll really be treating no one as an I thou, because if we tried to do that with everyone, none of those relationships could actually meet the standard of an I thou. Um, but also, like, say in the case of like an emergency or something, we would need to treat someone as an I it, and that would be the best for all parties in the scenario. Like if there's a kid in a house with a fire, you gotta throw him on your back and run him out. Like you gotta treat them as an it in that scenario. um Both are necessary. uh Both need to be able to be switched between. On like, you need to be able to treat people with one of these depending on what the scenario calls for. There is reward theory. Reward theory on relationships is kind of, we only want to be in this relationship because it brings me, rewards. And this is only kind of an I it scenario. If you only want someone because you're getting rewards, then you can't be treating them as an I thou. It just doesn't really work that way. You'd be treating them as an I it because you're just using them for your own gain, your own means. This The other one is inequity theory. Inequity theory is basically uh, like trying to math out exactly getting fair ends on both sides of a relationship. And in an I thou, that's just not how it really works.